Good morning. I'm going to lead you this morning through a practice that I do quite regularly. It's a low back practice, and for me, because I'm going to be traveling over the next couple of days, I find it very helpful to just create a little more stability and stretch in my lower back. So the postures we'll do will be very familiar, um, and you can go ahead and watch or you can join in, and we'll get started. Okay, so just taking a couple of moments to feel your body here this morning, or whatever time of day it may be for you right now. And just arriving in the present time. So kind of letting go of the past, of any regrets, and releasing the future and any anticipation or worry about the future. And just being present here right now with this body this morning. Noticing the earth and the support of the ground below, your sitting bones and your legs. And noticing any sensations in the body, anywhere there might be any tenderness or a sense of needing to nourish or be more attentive to as you move through the practice. And then just observing the spine, starting with the sacrum. So bringing the awareness to the sacrum, noticing any sensations there and the condition of the sacrum where the spine joins the pelvis. And then just like a mountain climber, walking the awareness upward to the lumbar part of your spine that rises up out of the sacrum. And feel the lumbar part of your spine, from the lower part of your lumbar all the way up to where the lumbar meets the thoracic part of the spine. And then just sense the thoracic spine rising up out of the lumbar and kind of walking the awareness up the thoracic, the upper part of the back. Feeling the rib cage connected there to the spine in the thoracic area. All the way up to the top of the thoracic where there's the juncture between the thoracic and the cervical spine, so the neck. And feel how the neck rises up out of the thoracic spine. All the way up to the base of the skull. And from there, just kind of sense downward the whole length of the spine, sensing its curves. Noticing if there's any parts of the spine that might feel a little bit compressed or out of your awareness. And then bringing the awareness from the base of the skull, coming forward to the tip of the nose, noticing the breath. And as you sense the breath, see if you can sense the breath in relation to the spine and feel the sense of the breath moving the spine and allowing for that movement. Feel the pelvis in relation to the breath. Feel the shoulders in relation to the movement of breath. And just take a moment to be grateful for this body and all that it is capable of, all that it does for you, for its health. And we'll just begin to make our way to our backs. So you can bring your legs in here. And just take a moment, stretch up a little bit. And I'll just adjust that. And stretching up and then rounding your way down and onto the back. So I'll adjust here a little bit more so you can see a little better. So of course, if you need a pillow for your head, and just taking a moment to settle the feet on the floor, feel the sacrum on the floor, nice long neck, relaxed shoulders, and just allow the belly to rise and fall with the breath. Okay, and then we'll just bring the left knee in over the chest. Stretching the arms out straight, taking a nice breath in here. And as you exhale, gently draw that left thigh towards the abdomen. Through the exhalation, firming the belly as you go. And then breathing in, straightening the arms. Feel the fullness of the in-breath through that movement. Exhale, left knee towards the belly. And just one more breath like that, breathing in. And a gentle release of the breath through that progressive left side of the body forward bend. And then we'll inhale, move the knee away from the body. Bring your right knee up, and then put your left foot on the floor and exhale. A nice breath in here, and bringing that right knee towards the chest as you exhale. Inhaling, thigh moving away. Feel the neck nice and long, and exhale, draw that right thigh towards you. And just one more like that, breathing in and breathing out. And then inhale, move that right thigh away. Bringing the left knee up again. Take a breath in here, exhale, draw both of the thighs towards the belly. And just feel your body as you move through the breath. Inhaling 2 more times, exhaling. Stretching into the lower back, strengthening the core as you contract there. And one more breath in. And exhale. And then bring the knees away, breathing in. And we'll put the feet back to the floor and just lower the arms alongside the body here. So just take a moment, we'll prepare for Dvipadipittam, the little bridge pose. So exhaling, pressing the feet down, feel the strength of your legs, breathe in and lift the hips away from the floor. And just notice if there's any adjustments there as you reach the top with that in-breath. And then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, mindfully bringing the spine, the pelvis back down. And as you inhale, take the hips up. Let the chin come towards the chest. So stretching a little into the back of the neck. And exhale. Feel that you're laying each vertebra separately, independently back to the floor. And just one more in that position, inhaling. Chest expands there, and exhaling, firming that belly as you come down. And you can add the arm movements for a few repetitions here. So as you take the arms up, lifting the hips. So exhale, breathing in. And breathing out. And again, breathing in. Feel that nice, full, lengthened body there. Feet nice and rooted. Exhale. Firming the belly as you come down. And just one more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Nice slow exhalation. Connecting the spine with the floor as you come down. And just rest. Take a full breath here. Notice what you feel in your body. And then we'll just bring the soles of the feet together, opening the knees out to the sides. Strengthening a little bit more for the core, which you need so much if you're seated for long periods of time. A strong core can really help protect and keep that circulation and strength that you need. Okay, so inhaling, and then as you exhale, slowly closing the legs, firming the belly down towards the spine. Breathing in as you open out. Notice how the hips tilt forward just a little bit. Let the chest expand, and then as you exhale, flatten the belly down, flatten the lower back onto the floor. Just do a few more repetitions of that. Nice breath in. You can bring your awareness to the pelvic floor here, the lower abdomen and the inner thigh muscles. Gently flattening that lumbar area towards the floor. It might not completely flatten, but just have a sense of it flattening somewhat. Nice breath in. Belly flattens down. Feel the weight of your legs as you bring them together. So maybe one or two more repetitions there. And last one, breathing in. And breathing out. And this time, just bringing the legs together. And you can walk your feet out to the sides of your mat and rest here for a moment. Completely letting go and just arriving again in the present with nothing to do for a moment. Okay, so you can bring your knees up over your chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze there. Already feeling a little bit stronger. Okay, so we'll bring the feet back and let's roll over and make our way onto our fours here. So just for a little bit of Chakravakasana. Okay, so shoulders underneath, well maybe I'll face this way. Shoulders underneath over top of the wrists. Spine nice and long. Rooting to the floor here. And as you breathe in, feel the chest expand and a little bit of extension of the spine there. As you breathe out, beginning to move the hips back and just let that low back stretch come into the back, tucking the chin forward on the in-breath. Feel the strength in your arms, rooting through the hands. Feel the tailbone moving towards the pubic bone as you move the hips back, slowly bringing the chin towards the chest. A few more repetitions there, breathing in. Feel the strength in your shoulders. So feel those shoulders nice and steady as you move. Exhale. Core and belly pulls towards the spine. 2 more times, breathing in. Feel the top of the in-breath, exhale. Sinking back and down. Okay, so you might at this point feel like you'd like to do downward facing dog. So you can tuck the toes under. Or you can come into half dog position, as you know, which is a spinal extension pose. So you can think about lengthening the spine. Or you might prefer downward, full downward dog, inhaling and exhaling. And it might be nice just to swing the hips a little bit. Take a breath in and then pull the hips back. Feel again the shoulders nice and rooted there. You can let the head move if it feels good. So just notice your body here for a few breaths. And if you need to just come out of the pose and rest, that's fine. This can be a nice pose to just stretch the feet a little bit. Take a nice breath in and then sink the heels back and lengthen. So notice the spine getting longer here. Belly pulls in, strong core. And then inhale, come back to the floor. When you're ready, and exhale, just stretching back into child's pose. And it might feel good to just give your hands a little bit of movement if your wrists are sore. And rest here. But not too long, so we can come into cobra pose, making your way onto the belly. Okay, just stretching out. I like to tuck my toes under and just lengthen back through the legs. Giving the tops of the legs a little bit of a stretch there. And then bringing the top of the feet back to the floor. This is a very amateur video. And just take a moment. If you'd like to do some head turns, you can turn your head to one side. This can be nice for the neck, drawing the shoulders down. And the hands can be in this position. They can be a little further under, or they can be further along still. See if you can tuck the elbows in a little bit. So exhaling, and then as you breathe in, bringing the head up to center. And as you breathe out, you can come down to the other side. And inhale. Remember to traction the hands, to stretch out of the chest. And exhale. Breathing in, lifting up. This time just stay for a breath here. So as you breathe out, just come a little bit down, firm the belly. Feel the full out breath. And then inhale. And let that chest expand and lift a little bit more. Excuse me, exhale and coming down. And just one more time, breathing in. Lengthening up. Exhale. Staying in the position for a breath, for that exhalation. Inhale. Expand and exhale, release all the way down. And then just bring the arms around for a moment and rest there. Let's just do a little bit of leg lifting as well. So this can help to strengthen a little bit more into that lower back and the buttock area. Excuse me, exhale, and as you breathe in, just lifting up through the right leg, lengthening and extending that right leg as you lift the chest. And release both the leg and the chest. Inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale. And again, the right leg lengthening up out of the spine, lifting the chest. Lengthening the leg. You can think about extending it even more than thinking about lifting it. And exhale. And left leg. Just feel the strength in that lower back, pelvic area, hip area. And exhale. And we'll just bring both legs up. So breathing in, lifting the chest, lifting the legs. Stay here, exhale. Firm through the belly, completely exhale. Inhale again. See if you can stretch and lift a little higher. And exhale, come all the way back down. Pause, just take a free breath. We'll do that one more time. Breathing in, lifting the legs, lifting the chest. Stay here, exhale. Feel that squeezing in at the lower back, lower belly area. Inhale. And release fully. And exhale. And just take a full breath again. And then we'll make our way back up. So breathing in, just lifting up onto your fours. Firm that belly. And pause. So after all that contraction in the back muscles, just going back nice and slowly this time. So breathing in, lift the chest. Spine lengthens. Exhale. Very slowly. Feeling those muscles stretching as you exhale your way back. And coming forward on that in-breath. Rounding navel towards the spine. Feel the core helping that movement as you move the hips towards the spine. Breathing in. And out. So just be aware of the different areas of your spine. The sacrum, the lumbar, the thoracic, the cervical spine. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back. And then just rest here. You can rest with your hands under the arms, under your forehead, alongside the body, or out in front. Just following the flow of the breath. When you're ready, just making your way forward again. Then you can come into a seated position. Back into the center of your mat. So we'll make our way again onto the back and for a little more Dvipadapitam and Apanasana, and then we'll be done. So rounding down. Just make sure you can see me. Connecting your body, reconnecting with the floor and that support. And just feel the body. Notice what feels new or different for a moment. Notice the breath and allow the exhalations just to relax you and bring you into the present, and the inhalations to rejuvenate you. Okay, so we're going to move into Dvipadipittam again, and then we'll stay in the pose for a couple of breaths. So we'll repeat it a few times and then stay. So exhale. As you breathe in, you can lift up the hips. You might like to lift up your heels as well and just stretch up a little bit higher there. And as you exhale, round back down. And at the end of that exhale, I'm just going to move just a little bit so you can see my feet. You could lift the toes and the balls of the feet up. And then breathe in and lift the hips. And you can stretch up onto your toes again there. That can feel really nice. And as you round down, feel the spine from that different angle coming down. And then you can again stretch into your feet, the soles of the feet a little bit there. Breathe in as you lift. You might choose just to keep your feet flat on the floor, or you might enjoy that sense of a little higher lift, a little bit more strength for your feet. Rounding down on that exhalation and pulling the heels, the toes away from the floor, coming up onto the heels. So this time we'll keep the feet on the floor. Lift up the lift up the hips. And stay here for a few breaths. As you breathe out, feel the complete exhalation. Feel that hugging in of your navel towards the spine. And as you breathe in, maybe you can expand a little bit more. Root down through the feet. So feel the whole of your legs working here to support this bridge. Shoulders rooted. And you feel ready, you can make your way out of the pose. So maybe one last breath in and then round, vertebra by vertebra, back down. And rest. And just notice. Let that breath continue to flow, to just flow the awareness through the body with the breath. And finally, we'll come into Apanasana. It might be nice just to stretch the legs up as well, just to open up the back of the legs after the bridge pose. You might want to just do a little bit of movement here, inhaling, opening the legs, closing them on the exhalation. You can also do this with the knees bent, so you could open the legs and close them on the out breath, or do the legs straight. Inhaling and exhaling. And then maybe just some circling of your ankles a little bit there. You can do that with the legs up or with the feet down. And then finally, just some apanasanas. Breathing in as you straighten the arms. And exhaling. Just very gradually toning those muscles. And then allowing them just to stretch and open slightly as you open with the inhalation. Notice any new awareness that you have as you begin to quiet the body. Just moving gently through this nice simple forward bend. So simple, really, but so effective in helping us connect our breath in the body, awareness of the body through that breath. And you might feel like doing some some circling of your knees here as you inhale. Inhale, opening out and away. And exhale, knees towards the chest and together. Nice and strong on the out breath. And you might want to go the opposite way a few times, breathing in. Just feeling those thigh bones, the top of the femur, in the hip sockets, and all the muscles and flesh around those hip sockets. Inhaling and exhaling. And then just holding the knees here. Take a free breath. And then just noticing your own body, whether you might be ready for Shavasana now, or whether you might like to do maybe a little bit of a twist, moving through the breath there, just to release or stretch out the hips, unwind the spine. So you can inhale and exhale. As you exhale, moving into the twist and firming the belly. So if that feels like something you'd like to explore, you can stay for a few breaths. If you are finishing with a twist, make sure just to do a little squeeze or a little bit of an Apanasana, forward bend again, before you move into Shavasana. So just follow your own body now, what feels like you would like or would like to explore. And then when you're ready, resting in Shavasana for as long as you would like, at least a few minutes. Quieting the body and the mind. Feel the dynamic stillness. See if you can draw the senses inward from the outer world and let them rejuvenate in the inner world for part of your resting time. So you can stay here as long as you would like. And thank you. I enjoyed sharing my practice with you this morning. Namaste.